Guys, every video that I watch when it comes to the Rh negatives, it's all bullshit. I'm telling you the truth. And I show it to you in the symbols of the words, what it is. I was watching a video the other day, and they were saying that we're the sons of Ramses and the daughters of Ramses. We're the bloodline of Cain, not Abel. Okay? So I'm just going to tell you what I believe based on my research. Number one, there are no aliens. The movie X-Files totally, if you just pay attention, here's a FBI agent, whatever, trying to figure out aliens with high-level clearance, and he couldn't find any aliens because they don't exist. And at the end of the movie, all the kidnappings, all the abductions were just the government, secret faction of the government, just like Area 51. It's us. It's not aliens. And then when you watch these videos, they promote the ball Earth. They promote aliens. They say that we're, even when they say, oh, we have all these qualities. Well, first of all, we're the healers. No question about that. Any doctor that would tell you the truth would say that they need the Rh negative blood. Because if it goes away, you will die. Rh positives will die because they need the original blood of the original human. Now, this is what I believe happened. We're certainly not alien, but hell, if you live on a planet of genetically modified goats, then yeah, I guess we would be, alien. God would be alien. Right? He's not of this world. He created it. How can he be from here? So they can manipulate that word. All right. So let's go to, we talked about in the last video how the word grays, 74, Jesus is 74. They're always names for Jesus, secret coded name. So they did movies about the grays, and here they are. They're coming for you. We got to kill those grays. Well, it just means Jesus. And they're trying to say that Jesus came from a spaceship. And there's a huge agenda to get you to believe this stuff, guys. I believe in dimensions. I believe God exists in the seen and the unseen world. I believe he exists in high vibrations, and he can exist in the low vibrations. He doesn't mess around with this visible matrix light spectrum that we live in. And our goal is to get to his realm. So how do you get there? You get through ascension. And that's knowledge, period. And the only thing that's happened to us is that we ascended before the rest of the humans. So what do they do with us? Well, they kidnap us. They try everything to manipulate our gene. Right now, guys, every single day, every night, all day, all night, I get electronically harassed by microwave radiation. And will that manipulate my gene? I don't know. But I know one thing. It's not good for me. Can't be good for me. I don't know what they're doing to me. But, hell, I might wake up and have some kind of ET ears or something. I don't know what, but, I might wake up one day and pee out of my mouth and drink out of my penis. What are they doing? We know that the doctors have done this to children in the past. We know that these savants, for example, the story of Tom Cruise, Rain Man, right? Well, that's a child that was, one of them was Rh negative, one's Rh positive, because probably about 95% of the people that are in mental wards, well, some of them are there falsely because they try to say that we're crazy, right? But the people that are really there and they're really mentally ill are typically problems that go wrong with the parent being Rh negative and one being Rh positive. That's typically what happens because they have to eugenics you in the womb to get the blood not to kill you. Okay? So Rh negatives don't like Rh positives. Blood, it doesn't mix. And vice versa. So you'll hear them say that we're alien to the human. Really? Maybe the human, because all I know is one thing. This is a fact. Ever since my grandparents were kids, they were poisoning them. I know that for a fact because my grandma and grandpa lived in New Orleans and they were giving them, sticking fluoride and chemicals in the water. I remember going to New Orleans and I could not drink that shit water. And my grandma and grandpa would drink that shit. I said, how can you drink this shit? It's filled with chemicals. I go home and I drink that sweet water in the country, and you drink this shit. It stinks like chemicals. It's like, and then of course they both got Alzheimer's, both of them. Okay, they got to the point to where they couldn't even remember who they are, where they came from. Period. And that's the goal of the elite. Once you mark the DNA with Alzheimer's, you literally have a bunch of spiritually dead people. So once you lose your mind in the flesh, I'm sure it affects you in the spiritual realm. I'm not sure. I'm positive it does. So everything that they do to the flesh will affect you in your ascension or descension. So I know for a fact that my parents, they were poisoned in the medical industry, mercury in people's mouths. I know that they come after me, the religion. When I went to the dentist and they filled me up with mercury and fillings and they just kept, oh, he's got a cavity. He's got a cavity. I kept begging my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't have a cavity. I don't want to go to, I hated the dentist. And there was a reason. Stunted my growth. I know that I would have been taller. I would have been healthier. I saw one video to where the girl said, Rh negative people are very unhealthy. No, we're not. We're extremely, well, how come you want our blood then to heal you? We're extremely healthy. It's just we're predatored upon by the medical industry. And that makes us unhealthy. Okay, we are targeted. We're targeted as children. The religions find out who we are. And just like the Mormons, they're into genetic research. They find out who you are and they target you your whole life. And how do I know this? Because it's happened to me. So my last wife was a military industrial complex murderer. Her job was to murder me. I'm Rh negative. That's her job. Have a baby with me and then murder me. What was she going to do with my baby? And by the way, she was green-eyed too. But and I could tell she hated my guts. Well, why would you want to have a baby? That's why I protected myself. I'm thinking, this girl hates my guts deep down inside. I could feel it. And I don't even know why, because I treated her like a queen. But of course, at the end of the marriage, I was a no good son of a bitch and abuser. And I mean, she came up with all kind of stuff. And all I was doing was saying, hey, you're insane. You don't think like God, God's people. You don't act like God's people. You live by the law of man. And I had such a conflict with being around people, and I'm so outspoken that they call us violent. Of course we're outspoken. Jesus was outspoken. I mean, only brain dead zombies don't speak out. Look at what's happening in the world. Man-made weather. What, are you going to be outspoken, not outspoken? Look what's happening. They're creating fires in California, Northwest. They're doing earthquakes with these NextRed towers. And you're being silent? When Jesus carries a cross, what do? Just shut up and don't say nothing? I'm sorry, but I would say, hey, this is wrong. People, gather together and stop this stupid lifestyle of slavery. Help the man carry the cross, stupid. Um, and that's who I am. I can't change.